Speedgolf, baby. Let's go.
Speedgolf, baby. Let's go. I'm Jay Simon here with Adam Lorton, and you're watching the 6th US Open Speedgolf Championships presented by Missouri Ozarks Community Health. We're getting set for the final round here at Horton Smith Golf Course in Springfield, Missouri. Defending US Open champ Jason Hawkins slept on the lead last night. A win for him today would be not just back-to-back victories, but would be victories in 3 of the last 4 US Open championships. I think they call that a dynasty. In pursuit, the strongest speed golf field you'll see outside the World Championships, coming soon to Speed Golf, baby. Adam, let's introduce the challengers.
Thank you, Jay Simon. In 5th place, trailing Jason Hawkins by a little over 4.5 minutes, is 2020 US Open champ and Speed Golf world record holder Scott Dawley. He shot 73 yesterday in 44 minutes, 36 seconds. Being the director of Speed Golf USA, he also helps run this tournament, and that includes making the unusual decision of saving the fastest speed golfers for last.
What's up? Talk to us about this reverse tee time order. The fastest guys are going off last.
Yeah, so there's a couple reasons. There's a logistical reason, which is to get the tournament off the course so they can get regular play on here. That's always something we want to take into account in our tournaments. But it also creates a lot of excitement because when you go out fastest players first, technically everyone should be getting a little bit further from each other, whereas here now you've got the fastest players going off last, so the person behind you is going to be catching you, and you're going to be catching the person in front of you. So it's going to make for a really exciting finish. There's going to be a lot of speed golfers finishing in a short amount of time.
Heck yeah. What did you shoot yesterday?
73 in 45. I lost 3 balls. And these are lost balls that are like down the fairway. You know, it happens in speed golf, but it's just kind of plagued me all year. I think I've done that 13 times this year, and I'm like 13 over par. So today I just need to go out there and not lose a ball, and I think I have a chance if I can do that.
So it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but speed golfers and regular golfers fear the same thing, losing their ball.
It's expensive in so many ways, Jay, to lose a ball in speed golf.
It absolutely is. Depending on the kind of ball you're using, it can be very expensive, not only from the time. In 4th place, trailing the defending champ by 3.5 minutes, is the hottest speed golfer alive, Rob Hogan. And Adam, I'm not just talking about his mustache. Coming off wins in the Irish, British, and French Speed Golf Opens, Rob had an inauspicious start here in America. 7 pars, 11 bogeys, on his way to an 81. I would be thrilled with that. Rob, though, not so happy. But as always, Rob's legs kept him in the running. 18 holes in just 35 minutes and 46 seconds. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a full minute 25 faster than Luther Olson, who I consider a very fast speed golfer, the 2-club speedster from Wisconsin. You're not going to see a pre-round interview with Rob. The man arrived at the course focused on one thing and one thing only, which is playing the fastest round of his life. Off camera, he said he thinks it's possible to break 30 minutes on this golf course.
My gosh.
Personally, I think 34 minutes is in range for Rob. I don't know that I'm sold on 29.
I'll tell you right now, that would be ridiculous.
Now we're into the top 3 after day 1. Joe Matsui, 2019 Japanese Speed Golf National Champion, carded a 1 over par 71 in 44 minutes and 20 seconds. A clean card for Joe. 2 birdies and 3 bogeys in his first 18 holes. He trails the Hawk by just over 2 minutes.
私は東京都の出身です。Driver,
Yeah.
6 iron, 9 iron, 60 degrees, and putter.
Great. Your score yesterday in your time?
Yeah, almost my personal best score.
Great.
Yeah.
And what are your goals today?
Aiming 107.
Yeah. Any changes today?
No change.
Very nice. Oh, and how do you say Speedgolf Baby in Japanese?
スピードゴルフ赤ちゃん?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Baby is 赤ちゃん.
All right. I love it. Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
For those not in the know, 107 would be the speed golf world record. Joe doesn't care that he almost set a personal best yesterday. There is only one thing, and he knows he is on the course where the world record was set just a year ago.
Gotta have goals. Got to have goals. And in second place through 18 holes, hometown hero Nic Goodin. He opened up with 4 birdies on the front 9 before a complete unmitigated disaster on hole 12. An unplayable lie, a rock in his line, and a penalty stroke all in one hole. I usually do that in the first 4 strokes of a single hole. Nic did close with back-to-back birdies on 17 and 18, though, to finish with an even par 70 in 45 minutes and 12 seconds.
Camera on him, please. Nic, what did you shoot yesterday?
69 in 40, I think 45-12.
Walk us through your birdie on number 7.
Yeah, number 7. I cranked one left into the woods. Always try to play a fade off the right tree line there and just kind of shoved it a bit. And found it pretty quick and just had one of the punch outs of the year for me and put it to about, I guess, a couple of feet, I think it was. So yeah, normally just scrapping for par from that left side if you're ever over there, and snuck away with the birdie, so I was thankful for that.
What's it going to take to win today?
It's going to take a good golf score for me. Clearly, I'm going to spot Jason 6-7 shots just based on time, so I'm going to have to play well today. Had it going yesterday on the front. I just need to continue to roll and make birdies on the back. We'll avoid disaster out there today and keep that heart rate a little bit lower so we don't have to worry about trying to suck wind and stay alive while trying to make little short putts. So we'll see how it goes. Well, I'm excited to give it a run.
Anything you want to say to the Speed Golf audience?
I'm thankful for guys like you, Adam, for just helping us grow the sport. It's fun to see more people jumping in, and for any of you who maybe are watching and haven't played before, hole 1, 8, and 9 here at Horton I played and hooked ever since those 3 holes. So go give it a shot and see what happens.
Let's go.
I did notice, Jay, on the back 9 yesterday that Nic looked a little more winded than usual. It's nice to see him confirm that he may have just overcooked it a little bit. And my suspicion is it was on the transition from 9 to 10. That's going from the lowest point on the course up a hill and also the longest continuous run on the course. So that's my suspicion for what happened to him. You might also notice a little bit of congestion there. Nic fighting off a little cold.
Not something you want in speed golf, crying out loud.
Indeed. And that leaves your leader. 2019 and 2021 US Open champ, Jason Hawkins. The Hawk shot a 4 over par 74 yesterday, getting around this course in 39 minutes and 6 seconds. That's 6 minutes faster than time par, but still 3 minutes behind Rob Hogan. The man has slept on the lead. He played pickleball on the lead. Let's see how he's feeling.
How are you feeling?
Pretty good.
What did you shoot yesterday?
I shot 74 in 39 minutes, just over 39 minutes. So looks like,
And that puts you in what place?
that's in first place by just over a minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to play better golf today though. Scores are gonna be lower today. Scores are gonna be lower today with this cloud overcast. It's easier to spot balls. Nic Goodin's gonna go low. He's playing so good right now. Rob's gonna shoot better than 81. So I'm just thinking, just get out here, have some fun, play some golf. Don't get too frustrated when you have a bad shot, and just have some fun. So
It's damp out there. You making any adjustments?
no, I don't think about anything. I don't like to think about like adjustments. I'll go do my thing.
That's a superpower, Jason.
So
Any last thoughts for the Speed Golf audience?
if you've not played speed golf before, I'd encourage you to get out and try it, have some fun with it. Don't take yourself seriously. Just get out here, have fun, get some exercise, so you can live a healthy life and enjoy life. So that's it.
That's good. Go get him.
It sounds to me like a man who would very much like to win and is trying hard, but not necessarily succeeding at keeping his expectations in check.
No, he definitely wants that dynasty we talked about earlier. He wants another title. When you think US Open Speed Golf, he wants you to think about the Hawk, clearly. The US Open final round starts now. Speed Golf, baby, let's go.
Jason Hawkins first on the tee, grabbing himself one last swig of water. Jason mentioned that with the reverse start order, he was at loose ends because he's been up for 5 hours. He's accustomed to just getting up and playing because he's always the first one off.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So is this because they want the leaders coming in last, like a classic golf tournament, right?
All right.
Yeah, so like we heard Scott Dawley say, well, you didn't hear it, Jay, because I had to cut the interview for your time constraints, but like we heard Scott Dawley saying, when you send the fastest golfers off first, technically everybody gets farther apart. Whereas if you send the fastest golfers off last, then the field compresses, and they're finishing 2 minutes apart, a minute and a half apart, a minute apart, and that made for a very exciting finish.
Nice. Wouldn't be a worry that it would slow anything down or slow anybody down potentially if they have to pass somebody in front of them? Or is everybody just so fast that's not really a worry? I mean, Rob Hogan's clearly going to pass whoever's in 5th, right?
They set it up so that there was enough buffer that no passing was expected.
Gotcha.
Right. Tap in par for the Hawk there, but a little bit disappointing. A very scoreable
Just hold 2.
par 5 there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attaboy.
Somebody liked it. I wonder who that was. Finds
They have a loud voice, whoever it was. Is that a pitching wedge in his hand? I think it is. I just saw the 150 marker.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
Driver pitching wedge here, Jay.
Well, it's not
some kind of par 5.
Extraordinarily long par 5, yeah.
Soft touch there with the 58 degree. This is a small green, and really anything within 10 feet is desirable. It's a birdie putt here for Nick.
Oh my goodness.
A little bit short.
Gracious.
You have to think that that would have rolled in yesterday.
So close. And is this our first look on Speedgolf Baby at Mr. Matsui here?
It is.
5,
Joe Matsui's
4,
first appearance.
3, 2, 1. Attaboy. Good start, Joe. All right.
It was hard to know how he would perform. You know, in a vastly different time zone on a course he's never played before, and so when he shot 71 on the Saturday here, we knew he was going to be a featured speed golfer on Sunday.
No shoulder strap on that bag, it doesn't appear, so he must be a one-handed putter as well. Or does he have the hook?
And often a bag dropper. All right, 60 degree there. That looked a little long to me, Jay.
Did it?
Oh, actually, no. He's got the C
He
hook.
does have the C hook. Yeah, back of the green.
Back of the green, long birdie putt. This is longer than he would have liked, being just short of the green in 2.
Ooh, good run at it.
Gave it a run, but now he's left himself, what, 5-6 feet for his par?
Here. I'd 3-jack from here.
Well, me too, Jay, but
disappointing bogey to
I think
start
Joe's
off.
handicap might be a little bit lower than ours.
Probably. I don't think little bit is the adjective you're looking for.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mr.
Rob
Mr. Hogan had his
Attaboy. Good
beard
start. On the tee.
in a braid? What's going on there?
He does have the beard and a braid. It's more aerodynamic that way, Jay. And if you want to run this course in 29 minutes, you're going to need every advantage you can get. You notice that camera operator Joey,
He has no
he's
chance.
saving his legs
He
for
has
the
no
end.
Shot. No shot at keeping up with him. Oh my goodness.
Really appreciate you, Joey. I know you bled for this tournament, my man. All right. Rob in 3, getting it to bounce short of the green. I mean, that's a pretty darn good shot from where he was. Still going to have himself 25 feet for
It's a
birdie.
small green, too, at least from that angle.
It's a small green.
And again, as we saw...
Not look like he made the cleanest contact on that lag putt. It's left himself a good 6 feet here for par.
As we saw, using the wedge to putt. Starts off with the bogey.
Bogey in a minute 59, though, Jay. It's a very fast time on that hole. You're going to see Scott Dawley at about 220 here,
What
would
do you
be
think
my
Rob
guess.
Hogan runs a 5K in? And when Rob Hogan runs a 5K, do you think Rob Hogan just pauses every 30 seconds like he's hitting a golf shot and then just keeps going?
Again, Rob Hogan's speed is partially about his legs. It's a lot about his golf game. I mean, he can set up and execute a golf shot in 3 seconds. So I would guess his 5K is in the like 18, 19 minute range. No disrespect to Rob, maybe it's faster, but I would say that he's running, 6 to 6:20 mile pace here, and then executing very fast golf shots.
Dawley just off the back
Just off the back with driver 9-iron, I believe.
knockdown 9-iron.
All right, here's the chip. Ooh, this looks good, Jay.
That looks really good. Oh no! Oh my
nice.
goodness! Scott Dawley with an eagle and only 10 seconds slower than Hogan.
Yeah, I'll just run up to
What
the
a
tee
start! What a start!
Huge start. No birdies, but one eagle on the card there for hole 1. And by the way, Jay, let's pause for just a quick second, and I am going to review speed golf scoring. In case you've never seen this before, let's take Scott Dawley for an example. Scott made a 3 in 2 minutes and 9 seconds. That would be a speed golf score of 509, because in speed golf, every shot is 1 minute, every minute is one shot. And then as we go to the tournament leaderboard, we see that for the day, Scott Dawley is -2 on the day. He's minus 21 seconds to time par. And overall, for the entire tournament, cumulatively, he is 15 seconds over time par. So if you want to know how they're stacking up for the tournament overall, you're checking that far right column. All right, Jay, I'm at 846. Where are you?
Hey, I need to do a read, Adam, and I need to talk about our presenting sponsor, Missouri Ozarks Community Health. Missouri Ozarks Community Health is a mission-driven nonprofit that delivers preventive care in southern Missouri. So if you live in southern Missouri and you don't have a primary care doctor, or you need a dentist or a therapist or pregnancy care, you can find a clinic near you by going to mo-ozarks.org. That's mo-ozarks.org. I do feel like if you live in Missouri, you probably know how to spell Ozarks, but I just wanted to make sure. They offer a sliding fee program, so you know your care will be affordable no matter what health insurance you have. Also, if you're a physician, a counselor, a medical assistant, or some other healthcare worker who wants to work in a supportive culture with great benefits, then make sure you check out the employment opportunities section of mo-ozarks.org. Our thanks to Missouri Ozarks Community Health for sponsoring the US Speed Golf Open and for working to improve the health of their communities.
Hole 2, long par 4 here, but a nice downhill, especially if your drive's longer than 250. Good opportunity for a driver wedge here if you hit the drive well. Jason Hawkins, your leader on the tee, disappointed after making a 5. And it was actually, this was the place where he almost lost the 2021 US Open when he hit it to the right and then hit a tree and lost his ball, made a double bogey from there, somehow recovered to take the win. Playing it a lot cleaner this time.
I may have said this in a previous broadcast, but have we discovered any sport that Jason doesn't excel at? Not yet, right?
No. And I would be surprised if we did. I don't know if he can skate.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
hockey.
there you go. Could be.
Settle.
Gave that a good run. No break in it.
Nice lag putt, easy par for the Hawk.
Wait, is that hit? Oh, that's the camera operator. Okay, I was going to say, that's not Jason breathing like that, is that?
It's not Jason's heavy breathing.
Huh. Dawley coming off the
right.
eagle.
From 5th place to 2nd in a single golf hole.
Well, and you can tell when he likes the drive. When he just watches it for a little bit, grabs the sticks and runs. Still the only man in the top golfers using a silo. Of course, Rob Hogan's never going to change.
Playing really good right now.
Still feel like, to a certain extent, that Rob's system, people are going to mess with that a little more. Although we did talk about what may be coming down the road for speed golf. We'll get into that later.
Oh yes, but you better believe that if someone is using the Q plus a golf club,
Wow. Eagle birdie start for Dawley. My goodness.
you absolutely love to see it, Jay. But you better believe if somebody's playing with the Q plus a golf club, that Hogan belt be a nice way to carry it.
Sure would be.
Big drive for Nic Goodin here after a bit of a disappointing par on the first. Recall that yesterday he rolled in a very long birdie putt on this hole. And hole was 421, still driver 58 degree for him.
I think that's the thing that would really hold me back as a speed golfer. I just don't have the confidence in the driver. You have to feel like you can hit the driver safely.
I agree. And notice the strategic placement of the bag there. Nic, playing on his home course, knows that he can double back and get the bag, so he places it by the third tee.
Oh, good run. Solid par. I did like the continuous shot, though, because it gave us a look at, you know, how they tend to run up to a putt. Because I feel like sometimes they might run a little harder off the tee.
We are now on hole 2.
But kind of take a little less energy as they get, unless you're Rob Hogan, as they get to the green to maybe settle things to putt.
Potentially. And we heard Nic Goodin on the tee saying he was trying to manage his energy a little more carefully today because he did overcook it just a little bit yesterday. Joe looks like a soft 9-iron there coming into the par 4 second.
Hey, all these guys look like they, and even Rob Hogan, all these guys look like that if they were just golfing, they'd shoot in the 70s. Just got nice swings.
I completely agree. Joe especially. All right, birdie putt here.
Didn't like it off the bat.
Little pull.
Oh no, that's what I would do in that situation. With the stick in, that's tough.
Bogey start. Not what you want to see.
Mr. Hogan? Boy.
Abbreviated swing there, but that sounded like the center of the club face.
Kind of steps out of...
Nice drive up the left
out of
side.
the drive a little. It's almost as if he's getting ready to run as he's swinging.
He is getting ready to run as he's swinging. And he's also playing for the fade. I think when you step out of it like that, you're planning on a fade, and having that consistent ball flight, as we know, can be a benefit.
Solid chip.
A really nice touch on the chip there. Left himself about, looks like 4 feet for the par.
Nice putt.
Ooh, dead center.
Can we call it a putt?
Oh, that was definitely a putt, Jay. And it was a much better putt than we saw on hole 1. If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be very tough to beat. 1:38 seconds for Rob. Scott Dawley, another birdie. And suddenly, this leaderboard has been completely shaken up. Joe Matsui down to 5th. Scott Dawley up to 2nd. And we're on to the par 3 third.
Breathing down the Hawk's neck.
Right. Somebody who has less integrity than Scott Dawley could be accused of using the reverse start order to play mind games with Jason Hawkins.
Have they used it anywhere else?
They used it at the World Championships after this because it got such a positive response at the US Open.
Nice.
Scared to death.
Nice lag. Now you hear Jason say, afraid to run it past it. Oh, that's not a
my
good lip
goodness.
out. Oh, my goodness gracious. First blemish on the card for the Hawk.
And as I've mentioned before, Jay, it feels like every time Jason Hawkins makes a bogey, he runs a little bit faster.
Imagine. You know who you can't say that about?
Who's that?
Rob Hogan. Because he's always running the same speed. It doesn't matter what he got on that hole.
Amen. All right, Scott just off the green here on the par 3 third.
Here. The director's dance music in the background. Another chip in! What is happening here? Oh, my audio is peaking all over the place. I'm going to have to back myself down if Scott Dawley doesn't quit golfing like this. Oh my word. What is happening right now? 4 under through the first 3 holes?
You can see what's possible when these greens, they roll really true. And so if you, if you strike a chip well, it can just go in the hole.
Nice.
Nic Goodin's found the green, maybe 10 feet short of pin high. Going to be putting across a little bit of a domed green here.
Little good karma tamping down the divot mark.
That's right. Still left himself a good 3 feet here.
Curls it in.
Woo!
Solid start for Goodin there.
A little less flashy than yesterday, but 3 pars in a row, nothing to sneeze at.
He's the tortoise to Dawley's hare right now. My goodness.
Golf-wise.
Yes, obviously, golf-wise.
Looked like a good strike there from Hogan with the 7-iron.
Driver 7-iron wedge, all that Mr. Hogan carries. No putter, as we've seen. Only man you'll ever see probably hitting a knockdown driver on certain holes.
That's right. And really nice touch again with the 54 degree. This is not a gimme for par, though.
Oh,
wow.
Nice putt. Boy, if Rob Hogan makes putts like that, he's going to be dangerous. Could be moving up.
Right,
He's
you
gonna
are, Jay
save
Simon.
pars like that.
Joe Matsui, the firm ground, giving him a little bit of trouble here. And when it's 164 and you're hitting a 9-iron, you might want those extra 3 to 5 yards that a tee gives you.
Yeah.
Not so close, please. Request Joe of Sham, our camera operator. Joe, appreciate you telling us what you want.
Yeah, we want this great video. We want to be able to bring this to Speedgolf Baby fans, but we also want to respect these golfers and make sure they're comfortable with those cameras around.
Nice par by Joe, rights the ship, and Scott Dawley has made an incredible transition.
Look at this.
And you know what? It's easy to get ahead of time par, Jay, when you don't even have to putt.
Hole number 4, another long par 4, 445.
Number 1 handicap hole on the course, Jay. And like I mentioned yesterday, this tree on the right side looms large in your vision. The best spot is to drive it to the left center of the fairway.
2 speed golfers joining tees here.
That is Paul Kivala, who was the 2021 US Open Senior Champion.
Left! Left!
Director indicating his drive has gone left.
Left but
Found
findable.
it, though. That's key.
Stay there.
Scott, as all the great golfers do, talking to his ball. That's a big bunker. Goodness. Ooh.
Oh, good out. Good.
Scorekeeper likes it.
Yeah. Jinx. Yeah, pretty solid. Not a lot of green to work with there. Coming out of that bunker. Pretty solid leave.
Right. Top priority is to get it on the putting surface. Ooh, and he gave himself a chance for that par.
Sure did.
5.
So the first square, Dawley through 4 holes, not a single par. Eagle, birdie, birdie, bogey. That is some card. Man. Jason not indicating anything, so you know
This
that's
one gets
in
a
the
little
play.
bumpy.
Camera operator saying, I'd like to join you in the cart, please. I'm not going to keep up with the Hawk on this hole.
Not only is it a tough golf hole, it is mildly uphill the entire way. So yeah,
Yes.
Jacob, right to be hitching a ride there.
Wise.
Oh.
On the green in 2.
Yeah, just missed getting it
Well
on the
done.
top shelf, though. This is going to make it a challenging birdie putt.
Hit the ball, Jay.
Oh,
That's
yet another
right,
one
Jay.
coming up short.
Hit the ball. Come on. Good par, though.
Confident stroke right in the center. Now Nic Goodin, a little sniffle as he lines up and pipes one.
Left side. That back in the stance, got into that one.
It was a big swing. Was that a 9-iron or a 58 degree? I have to assume that was a 9-iron.
Carry
Or sorry,
anything?
he carries a pitching wedge. My mistake. That was a pitching wedge.
Yeah.
All right, like Jason Hawkins, just below the top shelf here. Nick will be looking to two-putt this.
Or run it in. That works too.
You love to see it. Birdie for
Wow.
Nic Goodin. It's what we've come to expect from the guy.
Slow down.
You know, when a real golfer, I apologize, when a standard golfer follows a putt in, right? They talk about how they knew it was in the whole way, they followed it
Walked
into the hole.
in, yeah.
Speed golfer does that every time.
Will you just get a little bit
All right, Rob's left himself in an interesting position here. A little shorter drive than Goodin or Dawley, and he is stymied behind that tree. Look at that low 7-iron. That was a
Nice.
confident stroke, Jay.
He just stepped up and hit it. He knew what he was going to do right off the bat. Poked it down there.
Right.
Be
Well,
a tough up and down from here.
yeah, I think a 5 would be a very nice result after
Yes.
being stymied behind that tree.
100%.
Good contact with the 54. Oh, looks like it's just short of the top shelf yet again. Again, looking for a two-putt here.
Finding the touch with that wedge putter, though, I'll tell you what.
Well, exactly. After
Nice.
a rough first putt on the first hole, Rob has been absolutely money hitting the center of the ball with the center of the wedge blade. What a thing to juxtapose with my brand, Analytical IQ, healthcare executives. Are you losing $500,000 a year or more in your Medicare Advantage risk contracts?
Are you quadruple bogeying par threes?
Do you want somebody to take a look at that for you? That's my day job. When I'm not doing speed golf commentary, I'm helping healthcare executives like you turn around their performance in Medicare Advantage risk arrangements. So, if you're losing $500,000 a year or more in an MA deal, don't wait. Head to analyticaliq.com right now and book a free call with me.
Nic Goodin with a great hole.
Nice birdie there. Nic Goodin in third place, and only one stroke or 1 minute separates the top three.
Got ourselves a heck of an opening 9 here. Hole number 5, 419. A minute less than the previous hole, even though they're only 30 yards difference. Interesting. Is it because this goes downhill?
This is downhill. Also has to do with the transition time going into the transition time is baked into the time par currently.
Okay.
There's a longer transition leading to hole 4. Actually, Chris Hundhausen, the professor of speed golf, and I have been talking about developing a formula for a smart speed golf par. It takes into account stuff like slope and transition distance, and where maybe the speed golf par doesn't need to be in increments of 30 seconds. Sorry, Scott Dawley. Nice touch on the chip there from Jason. I mean, that was a long pitch shot to leave yourself. He's left himself a chance for par. Realistically, a 2-putt for bogey would be acceptable here.
Speed golf rules allow you to mark with your putter, I assume.
Yes. Worth it to get any mud off the ball.
Absolutely, absolutely. Just like to ask those questions. I feel like that's my role, to ask the dumb questions. So
We appreciate the questions, Jay, and keep them coming. That found somebody else's tee. Maybe that's why Scott wanted to send the best golfers out last, so there'd be more tees for him to pick up.
pushed his drive right, trying the rough.
No
of a
offense,
different
Jay, but
hole,
I would
huh?
call that way right.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
Driver sand wedge here for the director.
If I'm golfing,
he has
that's not
found the
really way right.
sand
That's-
again. Now, look, you talk about short-sighted on the last hole. He is
Oh, yeah.
short-sighted as heck right here.
My goodness. Bite.
Wow. I mean, that
That's
was a
not
really
bad.
good shot.
That is really a nice job. He's got that little hook thing now that he's using to allow himself to use two hands on the putter occasionally.
That putt really snapped at the end, and gosh, it kept
did.
going.
Sure did.
5.
Very nice job of reading how it went past. Gave it a little room on the right edge. Just drops the bogey. Still no pars on the card for the director. Just crazy. And that's not a bad thing necessarily for him. He's still under par on the day. If I told you had no pars on the card, would you think you were under par necessarily?
He's kind of the opposite of Wes Cupp in that way. Wes Cupp is a guy you would expect to see, 16 pars, a birdie, and a bogey. And
Right.
Scott's more like the kind of guy who would have 9 birdies, 7 bogeys, and a par. 2 pars. Did I add that up right?
There you go. 2 pars, yes. I didn't want to correct your math. It was totally cool.
Appreciate
we'll fix
that.
It in post.
Ooh, a short birdie putt here for Nic Goodin.
Look at this.
Can he make it back to back?
Oh, man. You could tell he kind of stepped away like he thought he had it. He had the right... He missed it on the pro side. Did miss it on the high side, so...
Good effort for Nick, and a nice clean card to start the final round here.
I think the only man in our featured golfers with a clean card through 5.
I would agree.
Rob Hogan just has this beautiful, upright, chest out, long stride type run, It just... And it never changes. Once he switches his club, he just... Look at that.
Oh, he's like a gazelle. He's fast, he's efficient.
Yeah.
It is a pleasure to watch in all phases of the speed golf game, and a nicely struck putt with a 54-degree wedge. I mean, how can you do
This is
anything
crazy. Look at
but
this.
be in
Oh!
awa? Love
What a run
that.
at
Great
it.
chip from Rob. That is a delightful up and down. Minute 35. That's what happens when you hit it straight down the fairway, straight at the green, and straight to the hole.
Oh, best on that hole, despite... Yeah, no birdies on that one. I was thinking somebody had birdied it.
That would be something.
So Nic Goodin has passed the director for second.
And 7 seconds now separating Goodin from Hawkins. Hawkins, who started a full 2 shots ahead of him.
I feel like the par 3s in some ways can really be a differentiator in speed golf. And I might be talking out of, not my mouth here. But
Gotta go down.
because if you hit the green, it's a quick... It's putt, you're done kind of thing. If you miss the green, you run the risk. Poor chip, leaving it short, sending it long, maybe back and forth, little military golf.
Well, I completely agree, Jay.
A little easier to blow up on, I feel like.
It is, and if you're a runner like Jason Hawkins, I mean, the par 3s give you less running and more golf.
Yes, absolutely.
Not that Jason's a bad golfer, but I mean,
It's where Scott Dawley should take advantage.
with a bogey there in a minute 15, if Scott makes a par in a minute, Jason's lost a stroke and a quarter.
Right.
Pitching wedge there for Nic Goodin. Looks like he's left it. Oh, pin high and right.
Shot.
Carefully placing the bag on the 7th tee side. Love a birdie here.
Look at that. Nic Goodin, ladies and gentlemen.
I would like to take some putting lessons from this man.
Tell you what. I mean, I'm sure he knows his greens to a certain extent, but
success on these greens is a little bit about knowing the greens. It's a lot about starting your putts exactly on the line you intend, and he excels at that.
Yep, absolutely.
Scott Dawley, 2 bogeys in a row after the eagle birdie start, and look at where he's left himself, Jay.
Wow. Interesting. Can you get enough of a 9-iron, maybe?
And that chip looked like it came off a little thin.
It did, and it's back
Oh my
edge.
goodness.
Well, boy,
He would like to two-putt for bogey from
folks,
here.
I did not cut this video. I did not know the director was going to do this when I started talking about how you can blow up on a par 3. I want you to know. It's a solid lag there.
It's a very nice lag.
That's a nice bogey save
All right,
right
bogey.
there.
Gotta get off this train now.
Eagle birdie birdie. Bogey, bogey, bogey.
In case you didn't hear it the first 15 times, the 2022 Speed Golf World Championships are going to be broadcast on Speedgolf Baby, and this is going to be the first time a World Championships is broadcast in its entirety. Even though the event is technically over, it's not too late to sponsor the broadcast. If you do, your brand will be seen by thousands of viewers and will be featured in up to 10 videos. And because you can't alter a video after it's uploaded to YouTube, your brand will be associated with the Speed Golf World Championships forever. If you believe in the future of speed golf like we do, this is a great chance to buy some underpriced attention. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, you'll find my email address below. Thanks.
Nic Goodin, almost a full minute.
And that means he takes the lead, suddenly 2 shots ahead of Jason Hawkins, a 2-stroke swing there.
Hole number 7, par 4, 372, 230 time par. Should be.
And you'll recall that this is a tight driving hole where Nic Goodin put it in the left trees and then made a heroic birdie.
I recall.
Now that was a Hogan-esque takeoff after the drive.
And you can see why.
Oh yes.
No trees today.
That's right. Driver and a soft 58 degree.
Man, I got to really work on my driver.
We all do.
I also got to work. Well, I also got to work on my 54 degree putter game. Obviously, I learned that.
Can he make
Hogan.
it back-to-back birdies? Oh, he pulled that one.
He did. He did.
Right after I complimented him for starting his putts online. Darn it, Jay.
Still the only clean card through 7 holes.
And a minute under time par. Really nice start for Nick. The Hawks' sunglasses are off. Let's see where the drive is. Drive is not off.
No. Lovely. Get some nice angles from our camera guy here with the Hawk.
Sandwich there, he didn't like it. Ooh.
Can see why. My goodness.
Short-sighted with a downhill chip. This is going to be impossible to get close, Jay. Ugh.
My goodness gracious.
Extra impossible if you leave it short. Oh no.
Be lucky to salvage double here.
Settle.
As the camera operator, this is where I'd get far away from him. There's no way I'd be standing right there when he's putting for double bogey.
6.
There's just no way. Ouch.
Yells out that double bogey score to his
out
mom,
that score, that's
Paula
right.
Hawkins.
What'd you get? 6! Yes.
Left.
Uh-oh. Dawley gonna try the Nic Goodin approach on this hole.
I suppose so, Jay.
This looks familiar.
He's found the ball, although Nick was in a better spot than this. Dawley, keep in mind, has made 3 bogeys in a row, just talking about how he wants to get off the bogey train. And now he's going to have to get up and down. He is not short-sighted, to his credit. That is no easy up and down from there. Still, what, 30, 40 yards from the flag?
Well, I was worried he was jinxing himself getting off the bogey train to double bogey, but that's a great look at par. Wow.
My gosh.
This would be a this is second only to Nick's birdie if he makes this. Wow, that is a fantastic par.
Golf clap over here.
Absolutely.
In the Speedgolf Baby studios.
See if the mic picks it up. There it is. Wow. Mr. Hogan just quietly
going about his business, chipping away at that time par, hole after hole.
And solid golf. What is he, 2 over?
That's right.
Yeah. Which again, I mean, just from him, he's a great golfer. He's a much better golfer than I am, but in comparison to some of the others here in our featured group, not the first one you think of as far as the golf goes, but just methodically racking up par. Sorry, 3 over through 7 now, but 4.5 minutes sub time par. Wow.
Really, really nice play there for Rob Hogan. Here's another look at Joe Matsui.
Uh-oh. Is that
the helicopter finish there.
Not typically a good thing. Although sometimes it means you just hit a draw, so
might have been a toe hook.
Purpose. Yeah. Whatever it was, it found the middle of the fairway.
60-degree wedge there for Joe. Nice, crisp contact.
Right here's good.
Look at Sham launching himself out of the cart. Little energy savings there for our camera operator. And this is a birdie putt.
Oh, good look at it. Mr. Matsui also 3 over, but only 36 seconds under time par, in contrast with Rob Hogan.
And
minute
disaster
31.
For Jason Hawkins here.
Oh, yeah.
Jay, let's see what the damage is on the scorecard. He's
boy.
down to 4th place and is now 3 whole minutes behind Nic Goodin.
Wow.
And we have just 2 holes to go in this video, part 3 of 4. Stay tuned, by the way.
Yes, indeed. Can't wait for the back nine.
And you have to wait till Thursday, my guy.
I know.
Nick on the short par 3-8.
Playing with the lead, but doesn't know it.
Keep in mind, he made a delightful birdie on this hole yesterday from the fringe. Let's see what his birdie opportunity looks like here. Must have hit pitching wedge to get it that far. Must have hit a soft pitching wedge, by the way, to get it that far.
Yeah.
This is a hole that says 140 on your watch, and if you play it longer than 125, you're in big trouble. Nick, of course, knows that.
Oh, that's a tough.
That
hurts.
looked like he didn't get the center of the club face or something.
No,
it came off funny.
It did.
Maybe there was some sand on the ball. That is very unfortunate. All right, Rob Hogan suddenly 2nd on the leaderboard.
Smooth 7-iron.
Follow the cart path.
So the next level for Speedgolf Baby would be wireless lav mics on the golfers themselves.
I love
Or
that,
at least
Jay.
one.
I'm not opposed.
At least one.
Thing
Somebody
is,
who
you
doesn't
know,
mind
guys
it.
like Joe Matsui, Rob Hogan, they never talk.
No, they don't.
I want Jason Hawkins mic'd up. That's for darn
Yes,
sure.
Yes. Well, the director.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness. Rob.
That's not what you're looking for.
No, that's a tough double.
Tough double after a very clean card, as you were just explaining to us, Jay.
The announcer jinx once again.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Dawley with an opportunity to pick up some ground on Rob Hogan. Doesn't know it, but we do.
That's right. Didn't sound like the cleanest contact there, Jay, and yet that
There
ball
it
is
is.
pin high.
Yeah.
Call it 35 feet there for his birdie.
Trying to put it in that 3-foot circle. Oh my word, burns the edge. That's a great par.
6-inch circle.
Yeah, Scott Dawley.
The difference between the 3-foot circle and the 6-inch circle, by the way, for a speed golfer is massive. You don't have to line up a 6-inch putt.
No.
You do have to line up a 3-footer.
I have to line up 6-inch putts.
That's fair. You don't spend as much time. That's all I'm saying.
Fair.
Joe Matsui started the day in 3rd. He's down to 5th, but he has got himself a birdie opportunity here. This would be a big one for Joe.
Takes some time to set the bag, walks up, gives it a good look.
In 2 shots.
Get in there. Little fist pump from Joe. Nice birdie. In a minute 4.
There you go. That's what you're looking for. Double for
Well
Rob
done.
Hogan. It's going to take him down the leaderboard, and a 4 for Nic Goodin. Makes him look almost mortal here, Jay. And we are heading into the final hole of this segment with Goodin and Dawley both under golf par for the day.
Par 5, 491. Should be reachable.
This will be another driver pitching wedge, I'll bet, for Nic Goodin. This is a downhill golf hole.
Well, that's a big drive. He took a pretty good swing at that one.
A violent rip, I would call it.
Yep.
Found the right side. There's lots of room to the right, although there is a big tree.
Look at that. It is pitching wedge again. Puts it back in the stance, trying to get a little more out of it.
That was a full swing. And look at his confidence that he's going to clear that giant tree there, Jay.
Right? Yeah.
Left it just a bit short.
Yeah, I didn't think he could get there with driver pitching wedge. Come on.
I think if he had caught the drive in the fairway, he would have gotten a little more roll, and driver pitching wedge would have been enough.
Runs that chip
That's
past.
gone over the back.
He's going to chip this. Too far to putt.
And
Get there.
down there, this is one of the lowest points in the golf course. The course gets a little more water down there and a little more shade, and that grass is going to be just a little fluffier than some of the grass you see elsewhere on the course. 34 on the front 9, 20 minutes and 56 seconds. It's just a very competent start for the hometown hero, Nic Goodin. Dawley leaving a tee behind for the next guy.
Right at the tree.
Oh.
Right at the tree. Is he going to have tree trouble the same way Nic Goodin did? You have to suspect yes. Well, he's got more tree trouble than Nic Goodin. What is this going to be? A 5-iron around the corner? Oh, he's got 8-iron. 8-iron is the only thing he's carrying. 8-iron around the corner. Big high draw. My gosh,
Wow.
Jay.
That's impressive. Boy, an up and down here would be big.
Well, how about a chip in?
Not another one. Come on, Scott Dawley. Why you gotta do that to us? Wow. What a front 9.
That's the second worst chip of the day.
That is a crazy card and exactly what you described. 3 birdies, 3 bogeys, 2 pars, and an eagle. What? That's the full menu. That is the Denny's breakfast of speed golf.
The Cheesecake Factory of speed golf cards.
I'll take
Right,
the
after
eggs.
Rob Hogan's double on the 8th, Joe Matsui is now in 3rd place.
Take the eggs, the flapjacks, the bacon, the sausage, the piece of ham, and the sourdough bread. Wow.
That'll be a 6-iron for Joe. He got it far enough right that he didn't have quite the tree trouble.
No.
And he's left himself in a nice position here.
Another
Potential
nice.
up and down for birdie.
Yeah, absolutely. Bite. Little offline. Gonna be some work. It is not a director tap in.
Be about 8 feet for a birdie.
Just off the mark.
Tap in par.
So 37 out for Joe, 42 seconds under time par, so a little over speed golf par.
Right. Here goes Rob Hogan, braided beard and all. Looks like a drive just up the right side. He plays this as a 3-shotter. I was wrong, it was up the left side. He plays this as a 3-shotter, so this will just be a 7-iron to get it in the fairway. Looking to the right now.
I mean, you can barely count to 3 when he gets to the ball before he's moving on to the next shot. We talked about how it's 3 seconds, but it's barely 3 seconds. That was an impressive chip into the bank to slow it down.
The Irishman's bump and run, I would have played it exactly the same way. You know Scott Dawley would have played it high and soft, but that is a birdie putt for Rob Hogan. Oh, just on the low side. Tap in par in how much time? 2:03.
2:03, wow.
16:01 on the front. I would say 29 minutes is off the table for Rob Hogan, but like I said, 34 minutes, very much in play, and 34 minutes is 9 minutes under time par.
That's just lunacy. Lunacy, I tell you.
Jason Hawkins, who had the lead at the beginning of this round, can you believe how much that has changed?
Well, one hole can do an awful lot of damage. Oh, driver off the deck for the Hawk. Hadn't seen that yet here.
Jason Hawkins, driver off the deck. There aren't any holes long enough for him to hit driver off the deck.
I don't think we saw that yesterday. I don't think he did that on this hole.
No, we did not. No, he hit 5-iron yesterday. Nice shot from the Hawk. A little up and down for birdie here would cure a lot of ills.
Sure would make him feel a little better going in the back 9, but that's going to go wrong. Oh, boy.
Well, and that's one, do you putt it? Do you chip it? This is Nic Goodin chose to chip it, and it was the right decision for him. See how the putter works out for the Hawk. Rolled it smoothly over that fringe. Didn't quite get the distance.
5.
But tap in for 5. 19 minutes and 15 seconds on the front. And there you have it.
Dawley with the only birdie. Nic Goodin, the hometown hero, sitting atop the scoreboard after the front 9. Very impressive, but will he bonk in the second half? That's the big question.
Right you are, Jay. It's 11 o'clock, so let's hit the outro.
And that concludes your front 9 coverage of the final round of the US Speedgolf Open at Horton Smith Golf Course in Springfield, Missouri. Nic Goodin on top for now after a 1-under par front 9, but Scott Dawley is nipping at his heels, only 20 seconds back after 3 birdies and an eagle on the front 9.
And with 9 holes to play, Jay, I think it would be a mistake to count out any of these featured speed golfers. Rob Hogan, Joe Matsui, even Jason Hawkins. There's plenty of golf left to play, and big swings can happen. We've seen it.
To make sure that you don't miss anything, take 7 seconds. I bet some of you can Rob Hogan that and do it in 5. And subscribe to Speedgolf Baby. Coming up on the back 9, we've got another eagle, an exploded golf ball, and of course, the treacherous par 3 12th US Speedgolf Open Final 9 coming soon. Speedgolf, baby. Let's go.
Speedgolf, baby. Let's go.
Speedgolf Baby is all about promoting health, fitness, and fun through the game of speed golf. If you like what we're doing, please engage with this video to tell the algorithm you want to see more speed golf. Let's go.